One on the whatchamacallit. Might take a while. I don't know. This is a new computer. Oh,
Yeah.
Jack's got all sorts of stuff going on in the background. Receiving content.
Hey, yo, Trackers, mute your mic so we can do this intro cleanly, alright?
Yeah, I will do so.
Okay, there we go. Now we can do the intro proper. Alright.
Omega Kinniru.
Omega Kinniru.
Darkrina.
Darkrina.
Hey, boy crab, fuck off! I know that was a week ago.
And with that, welcome to the Wolf Tap.
Anyway, welcome to the Speedwagon, the version of the Wolf Tap, the fashionably late Wolf Tap. See, I'm not even prepared. Oh, I'm so not prepared. Oh. New computer and everything, had to set everything up, so it took a while, and I was already late coming in. It was like a little 1:30 after I took my shower. I'm like, oh shit, just because I'm trying to get up all sorts of videos to make up for the 2 days I lost. But anyway. Oh god. Milo tweeted the, I think that's the Barrett and, I think that's Barrett and, shit, I can't remember her name. Renee Young. That's like a face change or something like that. Face swap. But anyways, let's, close that. Ugh. Oh, wow. Now my thing reads like a laundry list because the screen's so big and the text is so small. Is that even all overall on one page? It's just about, yeah. Just about. Alright. Let's do this. Actually, with that being that small, I can bring it over here and actually see the chat at the same time. How about that shit? Now I just gotta wait for people to actually come here. Anyway. Alright, let's get started.
So to let y'all know, we're just going to kind of skim through Raw and SmackDown because we're going to take care of more of our predictions for Fastlane and the big news that came about because of Triple H on Twitter. So, so basically, all you know over there on Raw, that the Titty Master Dean Ambrose lost the Intercontinental Championship in a 5-way. The best man over there on the main roster right now, Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
Check the weather report. Said an F5 was inbound, so Brock, if you want a piece, let's finish what we started. And Steph says, you want an F5? It stands for Fatal 5-Way. So it was Dune. If Roman gets involved, you don't go to Fastlane. But anyway, it's Ambrose, Owens, Stardust, Breeze, Ziggler. Oh, for Breeze to get that near fall made me hopeful. But yeah, and came Kevin Owens to powerbomb Breeze and new Intercontinental Champion. And if Vex was here, he'd be hype as shit.
Yeah.
I know he was on Twitter that Monday was like super hype about it. I was like, yay. Dean backstage, not a different way to do it. He's not mildly smug in a Roman way, but he's more like determined. Like, you know, the authority thinks they're taking from me. They're giving me everything. Motivation, focus to beat Lesnar, beat Reigns, go to Mania, beat Triple H, become the champion. And they cut back super quick to Renee, who Owens interrupts, demanding, like, you tell the people I was right about the Intercontinental title being mine. And Ziggler comes in, yeah, I beat you 2 weeks in a row. You need an opponent for Fastlane. Here I am. So you tell the people what all they already know. Excuse me. Ooh, hiccups. Owens is like, nah. And he leaves. But, yeah, they're going to have another match, and it's going to be for the Intercontinental title. I'm predicting already Owens is going to do some shenanigans that gets himself disqualified, and we finish this at Mania.
Yep.
That's my prediction for the just now put together Intercontinental title match. So yeah, you think I was that hastily thrown together? At least I'm keeping up with the spirit of the programming. Am I right? Yeah. Okay. New Day doesn't even have a match. They're just doing a thing for like Edge and Christian for the pay-per-view. They're gonna have like a showdown of some type. I don't know. In lieu of their new thing after Fastlane, their new I guess comedy show or whatever they're doing. I'll be looking forward to that as well.
Yeah, the new comedy show on the network. Yeah, it's going to debut after Fastlane.
Yep, so come for Fastlane, stay for the Edge and Christian
Edge and Christian show that totally reeks of awesome.
Absolutely. One of my favorite tag teams.
Yeah, my favorite tag team of the Attitude Era.
New Day says, when Edge and Christian met us, they reeked of booty. And they're going to be the guest stars for the Cutting Edge Peep Show. I guess they just throw them together. Also to address that, Mark Ass Busta, who walked out on our match. You showed you're the world's toughest booty hole. Out comes Henry just take a beating. A lot of splashes from E. He's about to finish him off with the big ending, and Henry just collapses. He was seriously hurt. It looked like.
I think he confirmed on his Twitter it's nothing serious, but it is a rib injury.
Yeah. So he wasn't so it's a good thing he wasn't gonna take that. I was like, oof.
Yeah.
So he down and out for that one. He just, all right, I'm just gonna roll him up. This guy's looking to be big injured. I'm like, okay. And just kind of sidle Henry on out. Saxton and Brie mode, as at 3-Man Boost said on Twitter, it's like mixing crackers and saltines. Dry. Doesn't last long, thankfully, but instead we get to the real reason she's out here, but Charlotte basically using someone else to garner more cheap heat and gets jumped by the face afterwards, moving on.
Yeah. Now we move on over there to cross-show feud between AJ Styles and The Miz.
Hope he's wearing a mouth guard again, or ready with another 10 grand.
Yep.
He's trying to return the favor before the match even starts, though. I do like this. Miz just bam, just blindsides AJ right in the face. Just, who JBL says looks like Hogwarts. I don't even know anymore. Why would Miz take his eye off AJ for, even a few seconds? Just another tooth loose for sure, I felt. Just the Pele, bam. But Miz fights out of that, returns the favor with the skull-crushing finale, and this time AJ kicks out of that. He took the finish and he kicked out. Miz racing at AJ, catches his foot right into the calf crusher. Miz taps. Jericho afterwards, you got your win, right? But it still, oh no, Jericho's about to say something. This is AJ speaking. He interrupts. He's like, you know what? You got your win, but it's still eating at you. They're great and powerful. Chris Jericho beaten by me on my first match on the WWE. So let me make the challenge you want. Match number 3 at Fastlane. Jericho's like, yeah, I'm not sure if I want to. I'm gonna go over to SmackDown now and let you know then. Do. Dudley's once again troll the crowd. They're not in a match, but just with more tables. I was like, no tables for you. We're not some Guns N' Roses Farewell Tour. Like it or not, we're the baddest tag team on the planet.
It's nope.
You want tables? Those chants are gonna fall on deaf ears now.
I just want over there somebody make a meme over there. It's like the Ambrose heads on there from the Dudleys. The thing is you want tables matches over there, and then on the bottom row it has the Ambrose heads on the Dudleys saying nope.
You just superimpose his face on it and paste that on the entire table.
Yep.
I think I still have that pic somewhere. I used that for when I used to stream.
Yeah.
When the channel was offline, just Ambrose face going, nope.
Yeah. Nope.
What was it? Yeah. Don't give a damn about tables. They don't give a damn about Summer Rae either.
Right?
Who apparently.
Yeah. I wonder. Still shocked over there that she's still on the main roster. So.
And apparently beats Paige in
I
a
like
match.
Summer Rae.
I'm like, huh.
That looks really dodgy though.
Just straight up beats her. I'm like, huh. But enough about that. Here comes Heyman. Yeah.
Woo!
I don't want to spend the next few minutes flapping my gums as Roman watches on a monitor what I have to say to the so-called enforcer of the Shield. I want to say to his face. I feel you can't get by my beast. Not you, not Ambrose, not both of you combined can get by him. But that brings me to my point. What you pray for on the road every night is that you win Fastlane. You go to Mania, fight Triple H, win the title, go home to your wife and daughter and say, I did it. Admittedly, Lesnar stands in your way, but so does Doom. So, you got a choice. Your family or your best friend? Because you can't have both. You can't keep your promise to one and the other at the same time. There are those that choose friendship over family, they're the ones in divorce court. There are those that choose the other way around. Stand alone in the middle of the ring with the title held high. The enemy of your enemy is not your friend. Lesnar is standing nose to nose and toes to toes. But so is Dean Ambrose. And that rhymed. I didn't mean it to, but that's. And Roman's like, hey, thanks for being straight. And I've never beaten Lesnar. I've taken his best, and somehow I'm gonna win. Paul leaves, and those damn Dudleys.
Dastardly Dudleys.
I guess they're back with Paul Heyman. Maybe not. Would make sense. Dean runs them off, and then goes to Dirty Deeds Rooms, who fights out of it, and then he's not to rip off Little Karibo, but mildly smug about it. Not even mildly smug, just I was like, what were you trying? Bitch, please. I'm mildly smug at your inevitable betrayal.
I think the thing Ambrose said to kind of play it off was, you got to be faster if you want to win from that. So, yeah, it's a bit...
Yeah.
Please win, Ambrose.
Or Ambrose is making the choice, being the good friend, making the choice for Reigns. He's like, he's got to think of his family. I got to think of myself here. When it comes to the title, we got to kind of be selfish out there. So it's like, all right, I'm going to make this choice for him if he's not going to... Otherwise, Legend's going to just kill us both. So as the friend, he's making the choice that Reigns might be too hesitant to make on his own.
Yeah. So
move
on to the word of a lesser actual match over there in the match anime between Zack Ryder and Heath Slater.
Heathy, baby.
Yes.
If Mojo
How
Rawley
is
was
Zack Ryder not in the Social Outcasts?
Yo, hey,
a
welcome.
next of years.
Hey, the party's all here.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't miss much. We just talked about Raw. I know you're stoked. We got a new IC champion.
Kevin Owens.
Two-time. Hey.
Can't wait for Breeze to win at Fastlane.
Dolph doesn't deserve that title shot.
Well, I already predicted that Owens is gonna pull some shit, get himself disqualified, and we save it for Mania to settle it.
Just pull Randy Orton and just slap the referee, and you're disqualified.
Yeah, I could see him doing that.
That's my title.
I think they're going to set up a ladder match over there for Mania in Dallas.
Yeah.
Over there with Kevin Owens and all the mid-carders.
They could do that again that year, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so anywho, there was
With Howie just kind of... With Howie?
Over there, move on with Heath Slater getting Zack Ryder, and oh my god, this was the the second most painful thing on the show, with a fucking ejaculation jack with the Golden Truth.
Yeah. Really? Wow.
Like really.
Shea Gold, as he called it, making things bad for Truth and this lady. It did have a funny moment for me that made me chuckle. Truth, he's got, like, before the incident, he's got, like, champagne. He's like, it's complimentary to the house. And Truth's like, we're not in your house. And Goldust is like, of course, this isn't 1997. It got a chuckle out of me, so I didn't totally hate this segment. But please move on.
Yeah,
please.
So then move on over there with Team I like to call British Lucha, taking on the League of Nations.
Glass of water. Neville throwing off the color scheme the Dragons are working for. They got like a blue-green sort of thing. They look like Now and Later's kind of, or some other, probably like Nerds Candy or something I can't think of. Again, this isn't the OSW. They probably have like a laundry list of what bar are the Lucha Dragons. Barrett does make the difference. Sin Cara takes that double stomp from Del Rio in the middle rope, right on that bad shoulder too. Like, he just got back from that, damn.
Yeah, that was, I was saying that looks like a bad finish, though. It's just like, for the way that the body was set up over there for the middle rope, that doesn't look like over there it was set up properly. Yeah. Like, it made me think over there that finish would be better executed if someone had hold it, Kalisto right there. Or if Del Rio over there to do the double stomp.
Yeah, not everyone's going to take that finish, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Not everyone can probably take a finish like that.
Yeah.
I think that's
So
why I
he-
started
Just like
doing
the
it in the
Styles
corner. It might
Clash.
have been a little easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, Styles Clash, same thing. I was just thinking of that too.
So, anywho,
I don't break necks.
The gay community.
anywho, we move on over there for a quick little segment there with Becky and Naomi. There, of course, wrestling wife Sasha comes out over there to help out with the box.
Tamina just straight up
Slightly
super
less
kicks
pink
Becky
in her
on-
hair.
Oh, yeah.
Slightly less pink in her hair.
Slightly less.
No, actually, it looks a little. Oh, you're talking about Sasha.
Not as
you're
blinding.
talking about Becky here.
Yes,
that 1 week.
Uh-huh.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
I
it's
couldn't-
not
don't,
as like neon.
don't stare too directly at it. He'll go blind. She's like the sun.
Yep. So, anywho, we're gonna move on to their main event: Big Show versus the Man Baby, Braun Strowman.
Woo!
All I know is-
High-paced, fast action.
All I know is Tamina super kicked Becky onto a car before the backstage assault WWE. I guess I could make it better than WCW. I don't know. But
Over
anyway,
there.
Del Rio, Kalisto, they do a thing and then they hype up for the pre-show for Fastlane. 2 out of 3 falls.
Which is
Because there's
ridiculous.
too much stuff on the card already.
You made 2 out of 3 falls for the pre-show. They must really want you to watch this thing. I'm like, wow, they're gonna stack it up. I'm like I'm of two minds about it. Like that's your pre-show, but also like, wow, that's your pre-show. Like you could, like it's awesome, but you're doing it for the pre-show. You know, it's, like, you
Part of me
easily-
feels like we should have had the Becky, Sasha, Naomi, Tamina match for the pre-show, just because it's not for a title. And
True.
Yeah.
who's
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
put AJ
Well,
Styles and Chris
women's
Jericho?
rights.
pre-show?
Women's rights.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well, more Sasha's better
more
than
people
pre-show.
will want to see Sasha, so they'll save that for the actual show. Which is
Right.
again the other side of that. Like, you know what I mean? It's the dread of booking the kind of pay-per-view and stuff like that. Like, oh, where do we put it? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah,
I'm sad we're not seeing Social Outcasts in the pay-per-view though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who would they even wrestle? The Wyatts?
Well, no, I'd love to see that, but Heath Slater and Zack Ryder's been kind of like a feud on main
Slater
event,
beat Ryder
and the
on
main
Raw.
event that was last week, and Slater beat Ryder on main event, and it was like a 20-minute really good match, which is
Good
why I was
matches
trying
on main event, but no one
Yeah,
watches.
I know.
main
It
events.
was. I watch Superstars. I skim them both. But I was surprised. It was a really solid main event, and so I was thinking, oh, maybe they could do this for Raw. Nah.
well, they did.
It was basically it was the same match but
Fast
shortened.
forward, yeah.
Because it started with the boat train at the start and then finished with the something DDT.
Yep.
I forget the exact term of it. But then it was the same match, just cut the middle out, which was a bit shit.
Anywho, we got
The
the
main
Man
event.
Baby
Showstrom.
taking on the Big Baby.
New Year's baby versus Wyatt's baby.
The baby New Year. New Year's
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah.
You got a choice. Awaken from your Harper says this. You got a choice. Awaken from your slumber, beg for mercy. Translation: change the channel or bitch about it on Twitter, like you usually do. I'm like, well, good thing I did these.
Yep.
Well,
Because like, fast forward. Let's Wyatt say his thing, and then fast forward to this because it's already like close to 11. I'm like, okay, this isn't gonna last long. Let's just get to it.
yeah.
Do your followers? Speaking
Yes.
of Twitter, Bryce says, "Do your
Yeah,
followers
so
feel your
anywho,
pain?"
why-
That was a thing too. Bray, speaking of Twitter, do your followers feel your pain? I personally can because barely get any followers watching my stuff these days. Bow to me.
Yeah. There, so
Uh,
basically, it was just what it is, and then basically that Ryback comes over there trying to save him, but then we have the returning King coming through the match, saying the obvious 6-man tag at Fastlane between
Reinberg Goldberg.
Showback, yes, Kane Showback,
King-
and the Wyatts.
Showback.
There, so and that was Raw.
That was Raw.
Yeah.
So is just Bray going to be on the sidelines, or
Yeah.
I
is he
think
gonna be
they're
in-
probably saving Bray for the main event to do shenanigans with Lesnar.
Yeah, maybe.
Really?
And,
Wait, listen,
yeah.
I'm impressed at how fast Big Show was to get from Raw to the Stone Cold podcast, though.
I didn't know
Man.
that. I didn't see that
Yeah.
because I thought that would take a while. I forgot that.
I need to
I
watch
forgot
it,
to
but-
mention. Last week, did you see the clip of Vince shoving Titus O'Neil?
Yeah, we spoke of that.
Yeah, me and
I saw
Renault
that.
covered it.
We did see that. Because there was like,
Okay.
hey, we're continuing the celebration for like the whatchamacallit, and then it was only like a minute or two of like Daniel Bryan just hugging Vince and then leaving, and then I'm like, what the fuck was that? What the fuck happened there? Like, I looked away for a second. I'm like,
That's
why is he
not
mad
the
at him?
kind
And
of
then
push
saw
I
it.
wanted.
Yeah. I
Not
think
the kind of push I wanted.
Wrong place, wrong time for that shit.
apparently, because he was suspended for 90 days and then it was brought down to 60. Apparently, Vince wanted to fire him just
yeah.
straight up, and it took Triple H and Joey Mercury to say kind of calm him down from it.
Right.
But it was like, what was it? It was like a $1,500 fine and a
Yeah.
60-day suspension.
The cooler heads prevail on that one. That was, again, bad timing for that.
Yeah.
Like, it was-
Yeah.
It was
Hey,
Daniel
who
Bryan's
now move
moment,
on?
and then it became that, and I'm like, ooh, yeah.
Yeah. So now we move on to NXT, baby.
They're getting right to
Oh
it.
yeah, NXT.
Yeah, getting right.
Tuesday.
Oh yeah,
Is it?
TNA. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I know. It's forgettable.
Yeah. I looked at that and was like,
Oh yeah, thanks for
the
while you
stuff
were
on
gone.
YouTube.
Thanks for while you were gone. That last week we covered the whole main event scene over there with Angle and Galloway, and it led us toward the whole EC3 as a face versus Matt Hardy feud.
Mhm. So, since we all want to get to the good stuff, as you will, but I'll just cover like the main points. First of all, Odarg the Great.
oh, Darg, yeah. That,
Um,
that I do remember seeing.
At first, I thought it was gonna be the Great Khali because in Muhammad Shara, it's my friend from India.
Oh
So
my
it's like,
god, if they got
Oh, shit,
Khali.
Khali! And it's
Oh
all
my
of
God.
a sudden this camera pin is like,
Oh wow, you're cutting out super huge. Oh my
It
god.
took me a while. I was like, God, it's just Grado spelled backwards. It's just great. It's just Grado spelled backwards. Which
Throw
means
an
to tell
X
me
in
that
there.
the whole point of Feast or Fired was.
Well, they did the same. Well, it's
Yeah, it was
Curry Man
pointless.
again. It's just Daniel's Curry Man all over again. He's hot. He's spicy. He tastes great. Curry Man.
Exactly.
Konnichiwa.
It's pretty much. It's pretty.
Wasn't that suicide also? Like,
Cena all over again.
yeah, wasn't that suicide also? Like they got rid of Kazarian was fired, and then
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Then they got TJ Perkins.
Yeah, AKA
But anyway,
Manic.
That's what Manic became
what
after
else? Freaking what? Oh yeah, the tag team match, but first time ever, a Monsters Ball. That's for the tag team titles. And Abyss took a huge. I'm not sure if he was actually trying to sell this, or not, or if he was actually a bit. But when he went into the barbed wire table, he was trying to sell that or not. If he was shit in pain when he went to the barbed wire.
Or board.
You know how barbed wire table. I'm not sure if he was trying to sell, but it looked like it hurt because he was out for the entire match. And there was a point where Crazy Steve, who I would like to point out, they had twosies because Crazy Steve was already taken Carly, if you remember that show from Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
But
Yeah. Something with your microphone. You're cutting out super.
for me,
Yeah, you're roboting super hard.
well, to be fair, all of you are roboting for me.
Oh.
Wow.
Beep boop.
Me boom mat. So anywho,
Yes.
So, yeah.
What else?
yeah, Wolves got the win over there with Sick chasing the dragon right over there upon the steel chair with Tax.
Yeah, with Tack, it was a huge build-up too, and it was like, oh shit, is he really gonna do this? But no, it was just a cock block. But to be fair, it was good that I didn't do that because that would have led to a serious injury. But it's like, but I question, whilst pouring Tax on your face, right? Why would you open your mouth when she's pouring? She's pouring Tax on on your face. Why would you open your mouth at the possibility a Tack might go in? It makes no sense.
Because they're too busy selling
else
the
is there?
pain, and they just instinct is just
Yeah,
like and
maybe.
like instinct was like oh wait no that's Tax. It's like oh instinct still just start yelling wait no it's gonna get in there. It's like reflexive. It's like
Also, I forgot to tell you last week. Last week, Awesome Kong got fired
yes, some shit went down with her and
because
Matt's wife Rebby or
and
something along
Matt
those.
Hardy's wife. Matt Hardy's wife.
Yeah.
Because there may or may not have been choking involved. So, and from the company's point of view, that's an employee laying hands on a civilian.
Yeah.
That's some major stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I can understand that then.
Yeah.
Any chance you think she'll come back to WWE?
Mm-hmm. Not sure, but I think there's
She's
Oh god.
supposed to be wrestling, because she had a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
What
Yeah.
else?
And plus, also seeing is also as another one of my wrestling waifus, aka Jay, aka former medium. There you go. So let's just transition over there to the main event.
The main event, EC3. I am not happy with how they handled EC3 because now he's pandering to the crowd. He's slapping the hands of the fans as he walks to the ring, and it's like I don't like that. That's not EC3.
That's it's the thing. What happens sometimes.
But I guess they're pushing the baby face.
Yeah, gotta make Matt Hardy an uber heel though.
I seen the thing on YouTube where Matt reads mean tweets. He's like, I'm trying to get on Jimmy Kimmel, but they won't let me, so I'm gonna just rip it off. Basically like, fuck you, Matt Hardy. I was like, well, fuck you too. I'm a millionaire. I'm rich, bitch. Basically.
And fuck it. In short, Matt Hardy wins. Not Matt Hardy. AC3 wins.
That was a
NXT.
one.
Trouble,
Yeah,
trouble,
NXT. Yep.
trouble.
So we have.
But you gotta get to that, Mary.
Yep. So we started there with the Chicken Tenda, second team with Blake and Murray taking on, and the Big Cass and American Alpha 8-man tag action.
Tandem attack gets broken up by the heels, and then blind tag from Enzo, and their tandem tag attack gets the W.
Yep, for their finisher. He has a Grand Amplitude gets the win over there for American Alpha. So, we want to Asuka taking on Deonna Purrazzo.
Yeah, she gets a second chance at it. Gets interrupted by Emin Dana saying, Asuka's lucky when she beat us. So, yeah, this match goes about as well as one would expect. Deonna coming off the midsection just takes a hard, audible kick to the right to the midsection. Tries to escape, ankle lock, gets suplex for 2. Asuka right back into an armbar. Zero wasted motion. Brings it in to some stiff shots, and Deonna's bell has been rung via spinning back kick. And so is the bell rung to end the match. Asuka wins again.
Yeah.
Speaking of Asuka, even Nia Jax saying
Yep.
they were justifying their attack last week. Basically saying if Nia wasn't injured, she'd be number 1 contender right now.
I like Keeper and Nia as a team. They work good as a team.
It works.
Yeah, so now then we move on to the Perfect 10 taking on Alex Riley.
Yeah, weird. Alex Riley looking like well, with the long hair and the black trunks, he looks very like Triple H-ish. I was like, time to see it to my face. This was good back and forth though, because Ty Dillinger just a 10, and then Alex Riley just clotheslines the fuck out of him and goes 1, flare chop 5. Escapes from Riley, roll up, and Ty wins. Wow.
Yeah.
Ty actually gets
Yeah.
one.
So now
Move over,
move on toward the main event. Sami Zayn taking on the Samoa Submission Machine, Samoa Joe.
Oh yeah, Corbin's still being a pillock, as Regal would say, because he's again in his office wanting to be number one contenders match, and Regal tells him, basically in so many words, "You lost. Piss off." I don't know why. Would Regal
So
say
I can
piss
drink my
off?
glass of water.
Glass of what?
I could see Regal saying piss,
Water.
and then he wants to drink his glass of water.
Yeah.
Water.
What our Lord Regal? Just sitting and wearing the robes and shit.
What a man's man.
What a man.
What a man's
What a
man.
man. What a man. What a man. What a...
Yeah. He's a man, such a man. He's a
Straight up gangsta
real
tripping.
man's man.
Straight up water sipping. Yes, boy. But yeah, main event got about the second half of the show, but it ends with Sammy, after the big boot to the corner, just falls on top of Joe. His body's on top of Joe, but Joe's right arm is draped over Sammy's, and ref counts to 3, and he looks over at the what happened. He's like, yeah, Regal comes out, he's like, dude, I fucking need a number one contender. What are you talking about? It's like, no, I can't tell you who won. Like, you saw what happened. He was on him, but his arm was draped over it. It's a draw. It's a draw. So,
Yeah.
triple threat.
We gotta delay it further.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
gotta delay.
Yeah, so but it says some things over there for 2 weeks from now. It should be in our second episode, which should be Joe versus Zayn in the 2 out of 3 fall smash.
Oh, yeah, next week, Eva and Nia gonna team up against Bailey and Carmella.
Yep, that'd be
That's
a
next
man.
week.
You've got another match between Blake and Murphy and American Alpha.
Yep. That was
But that's
NXT. So now you move on toward Ring of Honor. There, so we saw things over here with another round 1 matchup over there from the Top Press tournament for Jason Kincaid taking on one of the best up-and-comers over there from Leo Rush. And I like over here that we have a great spot here that Leo Rush did a suicide dive stunner. That basically, for I think Leo Rush did, there was like he caught Jason Kincaid's head in time over there when he was doing the suicide dive, and then that there he did a stunner. So that you shorten that Kincaid started and all for some stuff. Leo connected over there for the Rush Hour over there for the win, aka the Smash Fly. Now then we move on to a 6-man tag over there with no, actually not 6-man tag. What the fuck am I talking about? To a tag match between Beezer and Silas Young taking on Caprice Coleman and Will Ferrara. And Ed Ferrara was there, the former writer over there, was Vince Russo on WWE during the Attitude Era. And so that there was Shorten. There was Caprice Coleman and Caprice Coleman and Will Ferrara get the win. There was a suicide dive DT, and finally Vince Scott went over there for the win. There, so yeah, as the main event is about to happen, BJ Wimmer and Paige are out. BJ calls Steve, we're calling him out last week over there on TV, and apparently the story is not someone over there calls there, but Wimmer has 3 friends over there in wrestling. The other that's just not work here anymore, forget Steve Korea over there if it exists. And it just so happens to appear that Steve Carino is out. They're saying no more Mr. Wrestling confrontations. And since on type of rant, break your neck speech is overheard over there from the crowd, Carino retorts that with the fact that nobody cares about what Wimmer has to say. Yes, that BJ Whitmer. Yeah, go back to 2006 over there for when you're relevant and have one of the best feats in Ring of Honor history against Jimmy Jacobs. So it's actually not that Karina's fault that stepping through those broken roads. Karina promised that it's going to happen. That means Adam Page comes to see Karina, comes to there see Karina to help him out there. So, to take each other before getting separated. And now a few officials out there up of the way. There, so yeah, we go over to a short little match over there with Mark Briscoe taking on Tim Hughes, and Mark Briscoe there was redneck kung fury there with Bismarck Buster and a froggy frog splash over there for the win. And then we want to word, but we came here to see the main event. ACH and Matt Sydal taking on the Super Kick Party, baby, of the Young Bucks. So, this match over there was a really good main event over there. It was a very back and forth over there. Therefore, I had a great spot over there with ACH trying to do a suicide dive over there from the Young Bucks. And it got over there and finished their Super Kicks. Yeah, we had a nice, fun stretch over there to end the show off with over there with Matt Sydal hitting on a Shooting Star Press on Matt Jackson over there for the win. Over there because there was some purpose because Jay Wade over there before Matt Sydal and Ricochet become the new IWGP Intercontinental, not Intercontinental, fuck. I'm not getting today. So you became the new IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champion. His Ring of Honor. Oh, yeah, I forgot also to mention that I'll cover Lucha Underground. So let me pull up a thing for Lucha.
I was just about to say we forgot Lucha Underground.
Funny thing with that, just real quick, I had to get, when I got the new computer and all that, I was getting all sorts of stuff put together. I got new remotes for like things. It's like them special remotes you can speak into them and it'll come up. So I tried to I didn't know what channel it was, so I just hit like El Rey and it says what's that? I'm like, okay, let me try it again. Lucha Underground. And I spoke into it and it came up, and it was like some of the second season like on demand, but I guess I couldn't get to it because I don't have that channel as far as I know. So but yeah, it's like the second season, and I'm just reading like the list of like, these people come in like Cudio's running from the undead, and there's shit going all over the place.
The first 5.
But yeah, it's like the start of the second season.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, what the fuck's going on?
The thing about Lucha Underground is that it's got too much story, and like
that's why Cornette hates it.
Shouldn't have this much story.
That's why Cornette hates it.
Yeah, but Cornette is an old bar over there who needs to get over there with the times
He's
to
too
change.
set in his ways where it's it's supposed to be about the wrestling, and yeah, it kind of is. Like some are good at doing both. I feel like Lucha Underground is just
better wrestling than I've seen in a long time.
It's
Yeah. So anywho, start off thing for Lucha Underground. Start off over there in the temple. At least meaning we're there with. Saying that I'm thankful for the mercy that Mil Huerta showed her. He just wants to shout over there to the disciples in the trio side, but Katrina says there are no automatic rematches over there. Temple have to fight another trios that are prove that they are worthy. So we start with the trios match over there, start things, but I believe Son of Heaven and Helico take on Chavo Guerrero, Cortez Castro, and Cisco. And
was it Cortez or Cisco that's the undercover cop? Yes, I said that correctly. Undercover cop.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's a plotline to a fucking fighting game.
Undercover
Look at this.
cop trying to bring down Dario Cueto.
Yeah.
Which one was it, Cisco or Cortez?
I think it was Cisco, but anywho.
So what is Cornette? Is he like a mob boss, or is he like... Or do we not know that yet? Is there just like trying to figure shit out still?
That is a good question. Do you
What
know,
is
man?
What?
Oh yeah.
What is going on?
Yeah. It's Castro. Castro's the cop. Yeah.
He's Castro?
Okay.
Oh, the Castro's the cop. Well, what's Quelo supposed to be?
Yeah. Do you know what he is?
Is he just like rich mob boss? He has like skeletons in his closet, and all these wrestlers are like trying to. Is he running like an illegal? Maybe he gets
Wrestling unit.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, or it could be like that episode of Mucha Lucha over there from when Ricochet tried to go towards that street vendor that for that he was selling illegal finishing maneuvers. So
Dario
I'll
Cuello
sell you a
built
pile
his
driver for 500.
Dario Cuello built
We
his
need
wrestling
Mucha Lucha
empire on
remake.
top of an Indian burial ground. That's why there's so many undead.
yeah,
You didn't move the headstones.
yeah. So anywho,
Oh my
this
God.
was a fun opener.
I wish that worked.
There for of
I wish it worked. I don't think I have the
and
channel. I think
sure
that's why it's not
got it,
working.
and
Sorry.
Cisco's team got the win over there with the Dumblestone. So then we got with Officer the Dick Master Joey Ryan meeting up with Castro. See, Ryan's always been a better cop because he gets the job done. Then he convinces everyone that they are luchadors, and Castro's doing a shit job. And then so moving on, we're there too with the Dick Master Joey Ryan taking on the powerhouse Cage. There.
Okay, first, real fast. Joy Ryan, aka the guy who ruined Matt Morgan's career, with that tag team match.
Oh my God.
And that tag team. I mean that not tag team match. The tag team that he had with Matt Morgan, where he made Matt Morgan, not made Matt Morgan, but he had made Matt Morgan wear pink trunks.
Oh my God.
Also, this is Joy Ryan. If you don't.
Yeah.
know.
He's the guy that got that. The porn stash guy got 82% vote or something like that. He looks like a sleazier
Yeah,
Rick
aka the
Rude.
Dick
When he
Master.
gets to the ring, when he gets to the ring, he pours body oil on himself and
Yeah.
opens his trunks and pours body oil in his crotch.
He looks like a much dirtier Rick Rude to me.
No, actually,
Rick
he
Ross.
That
looks like
striker said he's like his
There's
with
two. And with that, it is another final match there between two there with Casey Powerbomb and then with the Snyder Screwdriver there for the win. There, two. There for the post match that Johnny Mundo attacked Cage and went for the inner world, but Cage counter weapon X on Mundo over there says Hall. Everyone that he's not a man, he is a machine. So
Johnny Machine Moon.
a little bit. Yep. So there, we'll go over a little backstage segment over there with Lucy Underground. Rey Mysterio works with Dragon Azteca in front of his close location.
Oh,
They're
yes,
preparing
man.
for war.
Oh, yeah, he's Lucha now.
And Ray tells a story over there. So they met her. After that, 25 years ago, Quayos Park came to Mexico and met with the original Azteca. They wanted to find the descendants of the 7 Aztec tribes, but Cuello Sr. became a citizen and then sacrificed over there to the old gods. Even sacrificing his son, Monteza Cuello, allowed him to be processed. They parted ways and made a tree sealed with dark magic. Where it says the dragon Azteca was new to sacrifice himself, so do not go looking over there for revenge. So there was an impossible way to unite the 7 tribes. There, so we have. They're back at the temple over there.
Did you get all that? That'll be on the test.
Yep. Yep. There, so back in the temple over there, we have work testing on throne. There, so with plug over there for Cage vs. Moon over there for the main event of next week's Lucha Underground. Over there
It's
too.
people. The temple is made of people.
Move on toward the main event. Prince Puma take it on Pentagon. And this was
boy.
another little match over there.
Lost about half
They
of
got a
that.
little bit over there with pinfall exchange. With Pentagon hitting a Patrick Sponsor, trying to go over there for the surfboard, but Boom was able to fall back and get his shoulders up over there for the pin. Pentagon thought he had won, was pissed when he didn't. He attacked the ref and he hit Puma brawl. Puma sees him. Puma he is breaking Pentagon Jr.'s arm, but often not to because he's a polite young man. Yep. When post credits we see sexual are always, and the Mac one tells her that the moth did. And Mark Star says, "No, her." sort of a little bit of a creepy S over there, saying it include Lucha Underground. So that now we want toward SmackDown and that covering the New Japan pay-per-view and the Honor Rising show for Ring of Honor.
Dario Coelho sleeps in an oxygen tank, which revealed to give him sexual power. I'm having too much fun with a show I've never even fucking seen. Like I said, I seen that, like, all of my knowledge of it is like stuff Vexper showed me of matches. I think it was like Cage and someone else. I'd seen the bloodbath that was Pentagon Vampiro.
Yes.
He showed me that on Twitter. I was like, holy shit. I'm like, wow, they shouldn't be doing this. Oh, you would get that much in ECW. Jesus. That looked rough.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
I
And
wish
also
they worked.
pointing out before we get into SmackDown over there, Malor unfortunately had a cold, so we can't hear the delightful voice over there for SmackDown. Instead, we had to hear the dulcet tones of Michael Cole. But thankfully over there we have a line over there that Kevin Owens saying that being douchebag he is saying, you know what got Marlo sick? He heard your commentaries there on Monday night.
Yeah, Owen's firing on all cylinders as we're with Sans Morrow for the week. It was Cole. So we got Cole King and Byron Sexton for us.
Yep.
So Kevin Owens out there, new Intercontinental Champion, commenting on once again. Well, no, now it's Ziggler and the Lucha Dragons. Last Monday was Neville and the Luchas.
Yeah.
Versus the League once again. KO Mania hashtag.
Yeah.
That's what made me think he was gonna do it, because he's already putting like Mania. He's already looking past the guy that beat him twice on Raw. That's why I'm thinking like Owens is gonna get himself DQ'd. I can almost
Ziggler doesn't deserve that title. He doesn't have a family.
I kind of hope instead of just doing a DQ, he just doesn't turn up to the match with how he was like, nah, when Ziggler challenged him, he just walks off.
Yeah. Over there. So anywho, with that...
Owens,
then-
where are you?
God,
I'm at
Ziggler
home in
doesn't win.
Quebec. Oh, he's not gonna win. He's not gonna win.
Okay. Yeah. Over there, that we got...
Ziggler has the league down, and then Owens just distracts him. Brogue league wins, and then Sasha making quick work of Tamina with that submission.
Yeah, we got reading over there of the couple there on NXT with Sasha and Becky Lynch. There, so...
Yeah. Kind of Felicia just to let Naomi attack her from behind. Does she not remember what happened to Becky on Monday? So she comes out to even the odds. Yet Sasha's like, no.
The hair dye is leaking into her brain, so she can't remember.
Yeah, Sasha's like, no, I don't want to be friends with you. But you were friends before. Becky's like dropping some truth bomb on her. You know, it's like, this is the road to Mania. If we're not on the same page, we're gonna lose. I don't want them other two to garner that support for getting there. It's like, this is, I want my Mania moment. And Sasha's like, yeah, I do too. So I'm like, all right, we kind of need each other for this right now, and we'll settle with that later. But so basically they agree they're not friends. But yeah, I hate losing, and so she shakes hands with Becky. Yeah.
They're frenemies.
They're frenemies, yeah. Y2J calling out Styles and gets Miz instead, who's tired of the two playing footsies in his own words. I'm like, okay. I have a bigger announcement. And Chris is like, is it you taking off 2 weeks and quitting the business? Because I think it's like, oh, Chris. Everybody hates Miz. Like I said, it used to be Chris Jericho, but I think
he's
Miz
been
is
really
taking it all
good
on.
in this feud.
We're gonna have a Miz is like, we're gonna have an impromptu match, me and you, starting right now. Like Ryback and Show, Miz once again the third wheel, but since it's AJ and Jericho this time, we're actually seeing what the Miz can do. He's actually putting on good efforts. He loses, he taps to the walls, but still, he's having really good matches with these amazing talents.
And
He gets
Jericho
to stand
beats
out
him.
a little bit more, even though if he
Yeah.
is like the third wheel and the guy who's going to lose and going to make them look good in lieu of their match at
Fastlane.
Oh, by the way, squint at Styles hard enough and you'll swear he's in the Shield. I looked away for a second. I'm like, when did Dean Ambrose get... Oh, wait, that's... Except for the blue gloves, maybe. That's kind of the giveaway.
Dean
Yeah.
Ambrose fused with Seth Rollins.
More or less.
Yeah.
The facial hair, like the crazy hair on top, kind of.
Yeah, so anywho, yeah, that Jericho ends up being the Miz over there with quick walls of Jericho.
Yeah. So
So we got the
Emphasis on quick. He tapped out immediately.
yep. We have the brothers backstage.
Actually, wait. I want to point out something. I think the feud with AJ Styles and Chris Jericho could have been handled better. Because, I think it could have been like, oh, well, I'm satisfied with my victory. I don't need to give you another match. It's like, and then AJ could have been like, well, since we're both even, why don't we have a rubber red match at Fastlane? But and Chris Jericho could have been like, no, I'm
he goes for that. Yeah, he
Said-
asks for that, and
satisfied
Chris
with
is
my
like, and Chris tells him no.
What?
Yeah, pretty much tells him no, and then AJ just beats the shit on him a little bit, throws a mic in his hand, and he's like,
But
"How about now,
that's
fucker?"
stupid, though. That's stupid. But that's stupid. Just punch. Oh yeah, I'll challenge you.
Yeah,
It
Oh, now
was-
that you
it
beat
was
me up,
stupid.
yeah, that's what you were going with. Okay. Again,
Did you read about?
how I would have done this would have been like, you know what? Oh, you're Chris Jericho. You're the big old, you're a big shot now. Like you don't have a match at Fastlane. Fine,
It's
I know what
eating
you
alive,
want.
knowing that we're even.
Yeah.
Because technically we're even.
Oh, you
I
want
have a win against you.
Yeah.
You have a win against me. At Fastlane, we'll see who is the better man.
Or how I was
Blah, blah,
looking
blah,
at it,
blah.
like, bringing up Chris Jericho, it's like, oh, you're the big man now. You're too big to challenge me at Fastlane. All right, how about I do you one better then? How about the payday? How about we do a shit Fastlane, but our rubber match gonna take place. And then he points to the WrestleMania sign up top, and it's like, we'll do it there. How about that? Like, I know you ain't gonna say no to WrestleMania, so how about it, Chris? And that's how he gets him in. That's how I would have done that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll settle for.
So what are they gonna do
for
until
Mania now.
April?
Impromptu
Right.
tags, beam up. That's the other thing too.
Yeah. And possibly tags possibly leading toward a ladder match over there at Mania.
It's a good idea, but how do you book it?
Yeah, for the
How do
IC
you-
belt.
How do you build it? Yeah, you could throw them in there for IC.
Don't
sure.
you dare take away that IC belt.
Unless you're gonna make Owens main event guy, like I said.
Oh yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay, so
Transition
anywho,
him.
Yeah, we should just have
His
Sin
match
Cara
with
win the
Roman
IC
was
belt.
really good.
Yeah.
Like that
Yeah,
7-on-1
so
they were
we-
gonna do with Roman, and then it's like, oh, it was just Kevin Owens for 20 minutes. I'm like, okay, I'm fine with this.
Yeah. So anywho, we have the brothers backstage talking about
Yeah.
Brock coming over here.
Yeah, for the first time, I think in like over a decade, Brock's back on the blue brand since he took the WWE title and made it exclusive to that brand. That was like almost, I think it was like more than 10 years ago.
2002, was it?
Yeah, just about the early brand extension to 203, something like it. Yeah, I think it was 2002 too.
Also, how shit are. I'm glad that Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns are showing their true colors and how shit they are. Of how cuntish they are.
They're just joking around with each other backstage. It's like, it's like, the smug one. He's like, don't pull no dirty deeds on me
No,
up there
but
in
I
our
wasn't here
main
last
event
week
match
when-
with the Dudleys.
I wasn't here last week when he just did the low blow. He's like,
Oh,
"You're
yeah.
You're satisfied with doing that low blow? You're satisfied with that?" And you're just gonna like, who the hell do you think you are? Like, come on, bring it. It's like, who the hell do you think you are?
He's like, I got him in the nuts. I'm holding my shit in, but I got him in the nuts. I technically win, right? Oh, God. Roman carried me backstage. Stop smiling, you prick, and help me. You fucker. We're gonna do this.
Yeah,
I'm still your friend.
yeah. So
Like, he took like 2-3 F5s in that match and smiled and asked for seconds. Like, fuck, man. Again, what was your plan?
yeah. So
The
anywho,
chains are off.
The chains are
yeah.
Oh, lunatic fridge.
Yeah, so over there we got Jojo over there with the New Day. He's saying it's the year that Edge and Christian has finally gone out of style. It's the year of the gift, and
Jeff.
not the gift.
Is it Giff or Jeff?
Yeah, the gift. Yeah, so here
It's
we
the
go
year
on
of the
to
gift.
Charlotte taking on Nanny.
I would like to believe that they just kept doing that until like they said cut and then they
Yeah,
just
because
kept doing
Kofi was
that.
like, he's twerking for like a good 10 minutes, and it's like, don't go too close, and you'll be drawn into his gravitational pull of Ian Kofi just twerking. Before that though, I had Ambrose like, Reigns was like, don't pull no dirty dudes out there, and Ambrose was like, what? Guy can't take a joke, man. He runs into him.
It's
and
on
he's
my
like,
shirt.
hey!
It's on my shirt. It's on my sweater.
He was wearing a sweater. Yeah, that's right. He was wearing that sweater. It said "dirty dudes" on it. I'm like, really? You wear the name of your? That'd be like John Cena wearing Attitude Adjustment on his. Well, okay, that's a good name. That might actually work, but Brock Lesnar. It'd be like Triple H wearing a shirt that says Pedigree or something like that. Or, well, no, he could have done that as like the.
He's sponsored by Petco.
Anyway, I was getting to him running into Heyman. Brock Lesnar's here, and he's like, runs into Heyman, pretty much warning him, Brock Lesnar is here, and he's really mad. Brock Lesnar is here, and he's really angry.
Yeah.
And
And
Ambrose is like, yeah,
Charlotte.
it's like, yeah, I'm cool with
Sure.
that.
It's Charlotte taking on Nanny.
Fuck the fact that Natty didn't have an entrance.
Yeah, she had nothing, so I'm like, okay, I know how this is gonna end. Fast forward.
Yeah, and to prove that you're a relevant demon in the WWE's eyes, that you were there, you get pushed quickly back over there in the ring and locked in the figure eight for the win. But it was still a good match.
Still
I feel so bad
Primo.
for Natty. So bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's gone to plaid. Holy shit. Or maybe she took one of Daniel Bryan's shirts.
Are
and
you
just-
I
guys
really
ready
hope
for
a
the
fast
filler
lane she just
match?
I really hope.
Are you guys ready for the filler match at Fastlane?
Oh boy. The title change.
Can we start a petition to get Brie to just come into Fastlane with a goat beard?
No, because he shaved it.
Oh yeah.
Not all of it,
a
but
little
it's still
goat
there.
beard.
Now that
Oh,
looks just like my
I wanna,
beard.
now that we're getting to Charlotte and Brie, I want to ask your opinion on something I saw and then said to these two. The idea that Brie wins the Divas title and then leaves, and then we get the Women's Championship back.
No, I think they worked they doing there from 2006. Like, Brie gets the sympathy win, and then vacates the Divas Championship. So it's just a Charlotte versus Sasha versus Becky at Mania.
Yes.
Maybe Paige or Natty. Please give Natty something.
What if she just takes the Divas Champion, goes to Lucha Underground, and just tosses it in the trash can?
Pulls on a luncher, please.
Fucking Medusa.
Yeah. Here, so here we got, everyone's word there for the main event. The brothers taking on the Dudleys.
Yeah.
Dudleys.
Skipping the truth, turning into dust
Rest
of
in-
rhymes. That's
well, at
about,
least
that's
the
about
tables
as good as
will
that
be
joke was.
saved.
Yeah, at least the
At
tables
least the
will be
tables
saved.
will be saved.
Gearing up for Superman Punch, and well, here comes the guy that helped to make SmackDown when he decided, like I said, to take that title and make it exclusive to that brand. Ambrose dropping the Dudleys, and that's when Lesnar just immediately on him. Like, once again, like, oh shit, once again. So, okay, I'm like, yeah, that's a disqualification. It's like he's looking up at the sky, there's like a storm coming, it's like, yep, that's an F5, I'm gonna have to throw this match out. Alright.
Yeah.
I just want him to look up and be like, delayed due to perfect storm or some shit. You get like rain delays for shit. It's like, well, gotta call this. They have to throw this match out. And now it's Reigns on Lesnar, and then both of them on Lesnar. So they both they boot him down. And as soon as he's back in the ring, you get a suplex. You get a suplex. Like literally.
Everybody the suplex.
Suplexes for days. Celebrates for a bit, and then you just get Superman punched. About to go for the spear, but Lesnar dodges, inadvertently running into Ambrose. Dirty leads on Reigns' attempt again, but this time he gets a Samoan drop out of it, and then there comes Brock, F5, and then Triple H shows up in a suit, just looking over, being like, Ray, remember me? I'm from WrestleMania. I got the belt. I'm gonna drop it to one of you, but who? And that's SmackDown. I almost went Paul Heyman.
Confused as to why Triple H
Reigns
out to
landed on
King
Oh,
of
God.
Kings and not the game.
Wow.
He's been coming out the King of Kings and not the game. That's his corporate thing.
Yeah, King. Yeah, the game is when he's wrestling.
When is it? No.
Yeah, he does the game.
Oh,
when
he
he's-
wrestles.
On the Raw after. Okay, because on the Raw after the Rumble, he came out to the game, even if he was on the suit.
Yeah.
So I'm still a newbie compared to you three old men veteran of the wrestling.
He just has two themes.
Of wrestling.
Yeah.
He just has two themes. It's fine.
Unless you count his original theme.
what
before
Hunter Hearst
Motorhead.
Helmsley, the Blue Blood.
Dude Love kind of had sort of two themes, I guess. Oh no, I'm thinking Mankind, but that was like a before match, after match. I
Yeah.
thought that was kind of cool.
Okay, so with that, now we move on toward the second New Japan pay-per-view, the New Beginning in Niigata. There, so...
Didn't they just do a
but,
pay-per-view last week, or are you thinking something else?
I know, right?
I didn't know you could do that. Apparently they're TNA now, or they just do it every week. Like old school TNA.
No,
That's
yeah.
on their channel too. I was thinking
no,
if we could
no,
cover
they
that
had a
some way.
pay-per-view on a Thursday, was the first of their pay-per-view, was their main show, and this would be like their B-show pay-per-view.
Huh.
Here with a big event, which we have every year, because that's where our podcast title here for this episode is. So, anywho,
Yep.
going to start off there with the Bullet Club of the Young Bucks Super Kick Party,
Oh,
baby.
yeah,
and
I forgot Vex and Drac aren't here for this, but their title is Omega Kidney.
yeah, because we're playing over there for Wyatt, because it happened in the main event. So,
And again, if I was good at
Bless
Photoshop,
you.
you'd
Yeah.
address him as Omega
so
Red.
he wants to work.
I was there when you said that.
Oh, yeah, you were?
Yep. Yep, so we start things from there with the Young Bucks Super Kick Party, baby, and son of Scott Hall, Cody Hall, taking on Justice Under Legger and Tiger Mask 4 of their three. And this was a fun little match over here, star things, and then we wanted toward
Uh-oh.
Protective Bros, the former IWGP Junior Tag Team Champions, Red Dragon, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish, taking on Kazushi Sakuraba and Gito. And there, another solo match over there, and Gito take over Jason Dragon, allowing Red Dragon to take us the win. And then we have a fun filler 8-man tag match with Ten Kozi of Tenzan Kojima, Ricochet, and Masael, the new IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. Taking on Yuji Nagata, Manabu Nakanishi, the Booty Man, Ryusuke Taguchi, and David Finlay Jr.
The
There.
Booty Man.
Well, because to me, it's like Ryusuke Taguchi over there. It's like a whole gimmick over there for where it's like
Like Leslie?
like focus on his whole booty. I know Japan is weird,
Oh.
so
Is he Ed Leslie? Did he come? Did he make a comeback? Or is this a new Booty Man? Is this like Booty Man 2? Because he was the booty. Because former Brutus Barber Beefcake, not quite the NWO disciple yet, but that was one of his gimmicks, I think. The Booty Man.
yeah. So anywho, and this was a match over there, and Ricochet hitting Shooting Star Press on Finlay there to win, and we won toward Los Ingobernables, Tetsuya Naito, and Evil taking on Michael Elgin, Big Mike, and there. This was a match over there. The Evil, just having a finisher over there for his namesake, the Evil, aka the SCO. They're flying shade away over there for the win. Over there is in Naito, just because he's a douchebag, drop kicking the ref over there to the floor after the match. So we have a battle with the Briscoes and Yano taking on Bad Luck Fale, Yujiro Takahashi, and Tonga, aka the Never Openweight 6-man tag team champions. Here. So that and the chance pickups went over the Briscoes and Yano, and we move on toward Team Chaos of the Rainmaker, the IWGP Heavyweight Champion Okada, Ishii, and Yoshihashi, taking on Hiroki Goto, Katsuyori Shibata, and the Juice
Juventud
Robinson.
Guerrera? They keep coming up with names I can remember from WCW. Because that was
Yeah.
Juventud Guerrera's thing. Just rip off The Rock and call himself The Juice.
Yeah, there with Team Chaos getting over there to win, with Juice in the top rope, Abel, and then the Rainmaker there for Okada. And then Okada tried to invite Gay over there to join Team Chaos, but goes like, nope, I'm not joining Team Chaos. There, we want to work there for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship between Champion
Oh boy.
Bushi and not Kota Bushi, aka the best high flyer over there from the world.
Come on. Oh,
Yeah.
this guy's barely holding together. Sorry.
Yeah, that's over there. And I really like Bushi over there since he changed over there to join part of Los Incarnables. So hopefully he gets a push over there for New Japan. Over there with Kushida surviving the interference over there from Los Incarnables and Bushi Best over there to get the win. We want to award the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Championship match between the Great Bash Steel, Togi Makabe, and Tomoaki Honma, aka the best underdog in wrestling, taking on the Bullet Club with Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows. Yep, yeah, aka for one of their final shows before they head over to NXT. There, and then with the champions getting the win here, we're there with the Doomsday Kokashi there for the win. There, in the post-match, Tama Tonga comes out and challenges Honma Makabe to a title match with a new Bullet Club member that is not currently there in New Japan. And rumors circulating around that it might be Haku, might be the new member of the Bullet Club.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we wanted to award the main event, Hands for Wine, podcast's title for this episode. And we have Kenny Omega taking on Hiroshi Tanahashi for the IWGP Intercontinental Championship, the vacant IWGP Intercontinental Championship. Yeah, there. And this was an awesome, awesome main event. There with Tanahashi trying to survive all odds because he had that arm injury that very much so makes you wonder when there that they had to take some time off over there with the arm injury, and might come back in time was there with the back in time for like the New Japan Cup, and then finally challenged Omega at the Dominion pay-per-view for the IC belt. Oh, that was have a bunch of Bullet Club interference there for this matchup. They have Elgin carrying away the unbox, and Omega hitting the one-wing angel to win the title. And then we have finally the new IWGP Intercontinental Champion, Kenny Omega. I'm so proud of New Japan for doing that because if they had Tanahashi winning it, I would have raged.
He stepped up
like a bitch.
He did what he said he was gonna.
Katy Perry.
He did. He said what he was gonna do when he took over the leadership of the Bullet Club because AJ was leaving.
Yep.
He was like, "I'm not interested in the juniors title. I want Tanahashi."
Yep, I want
the belt.
I was thinking Katy Perry when he won as well.
That's pretty good.
Anywho, that's the New Japan iPay-per-view. So now we move on toward Ring of Honor is honorizing the joint show over there with New Japan. There we have Dalton Castle coming over there with the boy. There with Taguchi policy over there by carrying Dalton Castle himself. It's already one of the best games in wrestling. Like, he is so great. In which we have our opener with Ryosuke Taguchi, Dalton Castle taking on Jushin Thunder Liger of Matt Sydal. There, after a quick Liger tope, that Taguchi and Sydal escape the bang ring, and then Sydal hits the shooting star press over there for the win. But it's a bit weird over there for Castle to get him, but it is fine for this. And we move on toward a dungeon match over there between Gato taking on Delirious, aka one of the matchmakers over there for Ring of Honor. Move on toward Kaz taking on the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion Kushida for the win. There, Kaz went over there going for a top spin fly, but Kushida comes over there session the man. They kick over there, considering their face and lock in the Harbour for. So we go on toward the 8-man tag with Boost, Big Mike, Honma, and Tanahashi taking on the Bullet Club with Tama Tonga, Cody Hall, Yujiro Takahashi, and Battle Foley. And this match had a crazy finish. There saw Honma hitting a Kokashi there on Cody. The Fisherman Buster there on Hanma. Elgin set neutral together. They're pouring a crazy move on them. Tanahashi, all three Bullet Club members in the last minute finally gets revenge on Cody Hall. Was there with a beautiful crossbody, and Beer got the faces overall for the win. There, who wants to award a 6-man tag with the elites of Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, taking on Katsuyori Shibata and Dragon. And the finish match was also great. Causing his face spray was after Shibata taking one last time. There, one wing Angel, but Kyle was hitting it after Charlie over there the second time. Yeah, so that got Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks the win over Shibata and the Red Dragon. And then we won toward Gallows and Anderson taking on the Briscoes. And this was an okay match over there for Mark hitting the Frog Splash over there for the win. And going toward Tetsuya Naito and Jay Lethal taking on the Rainmaker Okada and Yoshihashi. And there's got there for the I like that Jay Lethal's only a godsend over there for the finish stretch. They did a really good shot taking out Okada's drop kick. And they're slowly wiggling over there to the ground as well as slipping outside for Yoshihashi's lariat. And so that with Yoshihashi gets a pin after from Jay Lethal after a lethal injection. And we want toward the main event. The champ, Roderick Strong, taking on Tomohiro Ishii for the Ring of Honor World Television Championship. And this was of a great match over there between the two. They're backbreaker on the outside. Many shots. Forearms. There are more top rope moves over there you can imagine. There. After a superplex and a sick kick by Roddy, Ishii manages to kick out. The ball down his knee, but Ishii dropped back and it's going to be the final layer of the match. A barrage over there from both men. Comes right over power out. Ishii, seconds later, becomes new champion with a brain buster there. And that concludes over there for night 1 for Ring of Honor. 2, and over there doing before we do predictions over there for Fastlane, that we gotta discuss the
Yes. There's two things that showed up.
Yep.
Because you showed me something, and then Dracus afterwards showed me.
Yeah.
Yes, I got my new computer the first day.
Yep. Over there was unfortunately that the Baron Barrage unfortunately has left the WWE.
He's giving us notice he's not going to sign once his contract date comes up. He's not going to resign.
Yeah, I think his contract ends around like July, June-ish. So then we'll have no more power to Barrage.
Yeah.
And
Well,
that's bad news.
yeah, and it possibly over there from past summer that we might get the Baron Barrage in TNA.
Oh,
Michael
God,
Stu
no.
Bennett.
He needs to go.
Yeah.
No.
Because I don't
The
think
best he
that.
needs to go to is. He should go to New Japan.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He'd be perfect in Bullet
He would-
Club.
Yeah.
Or
That'd be
Elite,
amazing.
wherever. No.
I think he worked right over there. Yeah, that includes that news, but we move on to where the biggest news is that Triple H announces that there's going to be a Cruiserweight tournament special there during the summer for on the WWE Network, and apparently it's going to feature all the Genius wrestlers from all over the world.
Triple H
There, which makes me a very happy camper because we get to see over there from a lot of the New Japan Juniors, Revolutionary Pro Juniors, the Progress Juniors, like juniors like the whole world over. So they got like a whole bunch of dream matches coming over here. And hopefully we're going to see my boy, the grapple fuck, Timothy Thatcher, coming in here and just breaking dudes' arms left and right. There's that.
Triple Triple H
Yeah,
getting to
we
flex
want-
his corporate muscle there, kind of matchmaking and stuff like that, because NXT is doing really well for the
Yep.
network. So they're like, all right, let's give him a. It's not what he. Remember hearing about what he wanted, because he was like a big fan of War Games and was trying to push for that, or like a pay-per-view to bring that back. I thought that would get more weight, especially now with Dusty Rhodes' passing, because that was like his because that was one of his creations. So
Yeah. Okay, so now we move on towards doing our predictions for Fastlane, and we start things with a kickoff with Kalisto taking on Del Rio for the U.S. title in a 2-on-3 falls match, in which I think that, or start things with my prediction, I think Del Rio's going to win a belt,
Yeah.
and then you're going to have Kalisto winning it back at Mania because you need have a big babyface reaction. The word of winning the belt back at Mania, so I think the whole match is gonna be 1-1, and then League of Nations shenanigans come out, and then Del Rio beats Kalisto
yeah,
to win the belt.
they tie it up with one apiece. Lee gets involved. Del Rio takes it.
I think Kalisto's going to attain 2 falls to 1. I think Barrett's going to not Barrett. Del Rio's going to get 1 fall at the start of the match quickly, and then Kalisto's going to counter to get it 1-1, and then he's going to get the long, hard fight for the second one to retain.
Yeah. Yeah.
But where does that put him with Kalisto?
So,
Sin
with,
Cara?
same prediction.
Unless that's Mania, like the partners, they split them up, and then I don't think they're gonna do that with Sin Cara though.
What I
You
hope
never know. I don't know.
Sin Cara versus
It's-
Kalisto for
At
the
Mania.
title.
At Mania, yeah, I don't know. That's a
I don't think it'd be Sin Cara Kalisto at Mania. I think it'd be like a group, like a big ladder match or something. But
That would be
ideally,
easier,
I want
yeah.
to see Kalisto and Sin Cara for a title mask versus mask match.
That'd be
Oh
interesting.
my god, it's Hunico!
Yeah. So anywho, the thing where there be the second match, I think the IC title is going to open up the show with Kevin Owens taking on Dolph Ziggler, with
Yeah.
of course Kevin Owens is going to retain.
yeah. We already said why Owens is gonna.
I don't know.
Push to Mania.
Dolph Ziggler is pretty well loved by WWE management. Look at all his big pushes.
That never go anywhere.
Yeah,
Fucking,
probably
I hope
get pushed by
Co-
Vince too.
Kevin Owens has to win. Yeah, off a cliff.
Yep.
Just like
There-
Titus O'Neil got pushed.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. So I think the second match is going to be Team Bad taking on Becky and Sasha. I think that Becky and Sasha are going to get the win here.
Hopefully, it'll be
Okay.
Sasha with the bank statement to
Yeah.
get the tag.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, keeping her
So
undefeated.
then we move on to what I think. Yeah, so I think their thing is going to be a third match on the show with Styles taking on Jericho, and which that this one could go either way, but I think keep the push strong. I think they'll have Styles winning here.
What
Yeah,
is it
I
with
think that'd be
Jericho
stupid.
putting the other guy over, the new guy over? It was
Yeah.
I think
Fandango. It was
Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt.
The Wyatt's over.
I think he just likes to give back to the new people, even though AJ is hardly new.
Right.
But
Yep. So
he's like the opposite of Triple H. He's gonna dig them out of the hole instead of bury them.
Right. Mm-hmm. Over there, now we move on to word of what I believe was their third match before the main event was Charlotte taking on Brie, and which that probably think most of us will agree that I think that Brie is going to win the belt. As a thing.
Yeah, I think we definitely all agree that from that reaction.
What?
Yeah.
What? Brie or Charlotte?
I think Brie's going to win because it's like a thank you gift over there to Daniel Bryan. Brie's going to go there.
Yeah. It's gonna be a whole what you call
Oh,
it.
fuck off!
Because you know that's going to happen. I'm dead calling it.
Also, you
They could
forgot
just-
about
they
the
could
Big
just-
match.
They could just
It's
as
a
easily
filler
just
match.
yeah, they could just as easily screw Brie over, kind of, and then just oh, did you do you were trying to do it for your husband and your sister, oh, Charlotte just goes nuclear heat on her. They could just
It's
as
a
easily do
filler
that.
match just to
the
get
title.
to Mania.
Yeah. Speaking of filler matches, the fucking 6-man with the Wyatts and That's probably match number 2. I'm thinking. Like they'll put maybe.
I think that's going to be the semi-main event.
Oh no. Oh, could you imagine?
Yeah.
I think I think
thought that-
AJ and Chris would be the semi-main event.
That might
I
be
think they're gonna
semi-
have the Wyatt match at the start to maybe make people forget about the
Only
Wyatts,
way
and then
this
it's
can
more
be
of a surprise when Wyatt
salvageable
comes
is
up.
if Big Show comes out like this.
They'll do AJ and Jericho, and then between that,
There's no
Shogun.
there. God damn it, Vex.
Hulk Shogun. Because they don't have it on the Wikipedia, but the Edge and Christian New Day thing, they're gonna do that at some point as well. Maybe like just before like the
And-
main event. That's like your thing to calm them down a
Are
little
we
bit, get them
allowed to
excited
go
for
into
that.
rumors for that? Because there's a lot of rumors talking what's going to happen with the Cutting Edge Peep Show.
Cutting Edge Show? Yeah.
With Edge and Christian, the team beginning with E and C, using that to introduce the other team beginning with E and C of Enzo and Cass coming in at Fastlane.
Really?
Yeah, there's a lot of rumors for that. What with them,
They call it
like
the
their
main roster. They are
NXT shows in Florida, and then like what was it? They had an NXT show on fucking Florida on Wednesday, and then they were on the live SmackDown things the next week. So they've been traveling a lot to do NXT and SmackDown tapings for like dark matches.
How would you even debut them though?
Like after the thing, it's like
that's what he's
Edge
saying.
and
No,
Christian
they're
do
gimmick.
something New
Would you
Day
keep
go.
it the same or would
I
you?
don't think
Absolutely.
they have a match.
Just keep them the same
Well, I think
NXT.
the way
They're
they do
super
it is like-
over. They're gonna do the.
I think
Enzo
the way they
No,
do it
because
is
there
like,
was talks of them having like a Goodfellas gimmick for them.
Really.
Yeah.
yeah. But I think the way they're going to do it is New Day is going to be bragging we're the best, would be in every tag team, and then
New team comes
every
in.
tag team in the WWE, and then Edge and Christian are like, oh, have you beaten these?
Yeah.
And then just the pop, hopefully, is
Yes.
fucking eardrum shattering.
It's a
Banter back and forth.
It's a pay-per-view, so it's gonna be hot.
Yeah.
The banter back and forth.
Woods versus Enzo and Mike's going to be great.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah, and with that, I think we're there with the semi-main, even though it's irrelevant, but I think they're going to have the Wyatt family win over here to make them look strong heading into Mania.
Oh, big time.
Absolutely.
Especially if it's Bray versus Lesnar. They'd be fools not to.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I was
Yeah.
thinking.
Also, Bray versus Heyman on the mic is going to be great.
Oh.
Oh,
Who out
yeah,
Gambit
that's
too?
gonna be awesome.
Especially from that, Heyman and Bray are going to be scripting promos together, so Bray's going to be learning a lot. So it's going to do good for him no matter what happens with this.
Yes.
Yeah, so overall, that we won toward the obvious main event with the obvious winner.
I don't think
Dean
it's
Ambrose.
obvious. I don't think
It's not obvious. It's not obvious.
Nah.
It's with Ambrose. With
The
Ambrose
triple threat
losing the
shit could happen.
title, I think it's no longer obvious.
There could be shenanigans.
Bray
There
should
could be
won the
like
title.
there could be like a double win, like both of them pinned. That seems unlikely. Both of them pinning.
But I can
Lesnar. Just to keep him
guarantee
down.
that Brock will not win. Brock will definitely not
No, I'm
Bray's
predicting.
going to interfere.
I'm
yeah.
predicting Ambrose Triple H, so we get Lesnar Reigns 2 at Mania. It's like, Mania once again. So we're like, because we never did. Yeah, they'll put it over. Like we never did get that finish
I
that
think
we
what-
wanted,
I
so
think-
they'll have to do it again. There.
I think what's going to happen is Lesnar and drag him off Bray versus Lesnar at Mania, and then have a double. You know how Sammy and Joe kind of had a double pin in NXT. I think it's going to be something akin to that, but not in the exact same proportion.
How would you rip people off?
You know what?
I know, but it's
You know what?
WWE. They're trying to make that their bread and butter.
You know what? I think that what they should do is, do the double pin over there with Dean and Roman.
Yeah, just take Lesnar out.
I think have Triple H versus Dean, have Brock work double, Brock versus Bray, and punch him over there for Roman.
They're not gonna fork over the money for that.
Well, I'm just
Yeah,
saying
they-
there. Well, I mean, it's just saying it's like,
It's just Mania payday
yeah,
too. Shit.
like the.
Fucking why don't we Why don't we just give up and give Neville a title shot? There we go, done.
Have to pay him have to pay him his own submarine for that.
He needs to earn that Slammy Award.
We just
Yeah,
needed you.
That's
We
the
just
only
need a
award
British
that
champion.
the fans gave him.
Yeah, and
The
with
quote
that,
unquote fans gave him.
Yeah, quote unquote. Allegedly.
I voted for Neville.
Alleged fans.
yeah,
Probably the best one.
in which I think that it's like, if you're gonna do like the Mania 6 match, I think it's gonna be Owens, Ziggler, Neville, Styles, Jericho, and
Kalisto. Or no, Kalisto.
I think they're just gonna do a singles match with Kalisto and Del Rio.
But why would Jericho want to be mid card though?
Well, I mean, it's like they gotta throw everybody over there for the mid card, but they're like, because it's like they gotta sell Mania.
They
So
could put that over. Jericho's like, I've been there like 9, 10 times or however many he's up there. He's won IC champion for like 8 times, I
Talking
think.
about
At
Mania,
least.
That's fucking
I think
paycheck's a
anything
paycheck.
Jericho's going to be for the Intercontinental. If we're talking about Mania, I think it's ideally for the IC title it'll be Owens as champion, AJ Styles and Jericho. Jericho cheats to win, gets the pin on Styles, and becomes the 10-time IC champion. And then we have full heel Jericho.
Yeah.
That would be nice. A full heel Jericho again.
Yeah, he's
but
starting to show that kind of slow turn towards it like he did back with him and Shawn Michaels.
But I don't just do his cheating.
yeah. So anyway.
Why don't we just go straight back to the 2000s? Have Triple H as heavyweight, Jericho as IC, Dudley's as tag, and then someone for fucking.
The women's
It could
championship, either
quite possibly.
Lita or Trish.
Oh,
I get Lita to come back to get the Divas, and then someone else.
no, she's got a neck injury.
Nah, she ain't coming back.
I don't fucking know. Trish,
Wait,
Sunny.
I got
She's.
Sunny
She's great.
Charlotte is the daughter of Ric Flair. Technically, a Flair has a title.
Santina Morella in a wig.
Oh God.
Oh,
Yeah. So anywho, I also kind of want to do. There the. It might be early, but I want to kind of do the 14th anniversary show over there, prediction, since that pay-per-view is starting over there up in next week. They're there up in Vegas. I think we start things there with BC Wimmer and Adam Page. There have been like a no disqualification tag team match for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships. So it's like a whole like a mystery partner thing. In which I think that Adam Page is going to get the win over there for Wimmer because they got pushed babyface Adam Page. There with we have great match here between Alex Shelley taking on Christopher Daniels. And I think over there, I think they're going to have Alex Shelley beat Christopher Daniels because they have a little bit of her Christopher Daniels heel shit going on. So I think they're going to have like a big blow-off match at Supercard of Honor. So then we have the Elite of King Omega and Young Bucks taking on Kushida, ACH, and Matt Sydal, and which I think that they're going to push the Elite strong over there, heading into Supercard of Honor. And it should be another great 6-man match here of Hiroki Goto, which I think that they're going to possibly switch it now to being for the TV Championship since Ishii won the TV Championship, and I think they're going to have Ishii retain here over Hiroki Goto. Sorry, Goto. Forever you be the bridesmaid in New Japan. So,
I hate people calling him the bridesmaid.
yeah.
That's weird.
So, anywho, we have here between with Kazuchika Okada taking on the Moose. So, in which I think this would be another very good match, and I think over there with the Rainmaker. Here with the next thing is going to be the semi-main with Tanahashi and Big Mike taking on the Briscoes, and I think that Tanahashi and Big Mike are going to get the win over the Briscoe. So I think that now with the main event here with Jay Lethal defending his belt, taking on Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly, that I think that with some sort of screwy finish there happening with Truth Martini, I think that Jay Lethal is going to retain the belt here, and then set things over there between Jay Lethal and Kyle O'Reilly over there for the Supercard of Honor show. And I think that they're going to have switchover because the guy capitalized on the Kyle O'Reilly pushover since he's one of the biggest baby faces there within Ring of Honor. So I think that over there was Kyle O'Reilly getting a belt as Super Card of Honor. There. So, and I think that's pretty much it. It's the podcast.
Yeah. Sorry about the if there was like any Skype was really derping on me. I might have heard it on my I don't hear it on my end, but you guys from time to time, so I'm assuming it's the other way around for you guys. Like I might be cutting out at points.
Yeah.
But in any case, that was the podcast. Thanks for putting up with us. I guess it'd be kind of last minute. Maybe we go back to maybe we give Discord another try next week or something like that. We'll see.
Yeah.
Like I said, I got
yeah.
the new computer. I'll have more time to prep now.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was just rushing out
Yeah.
recordings for this week because I missed a couple days.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
Yeah.
thanks for
man,
listening. Take care.
Yeah.
Bremo!
She's gone to play.
Actually, what-
Play.